episode 4 GC News. Mema Obibia Akwaba. I had here latest and hot news in Kwa Eramede Bremo. NT so you subscribe to channel idea Bomodia say will be subscribe. The other na say will click the subscribe button, you know. Now our barely a year notification, you know. We understand new video be upload, you know. When the first person once ebe can a year sa video. Afi we are now like a video. Give us a thumbs up now. Afi share my offer so now. When you be here now, we and someone ekoso ewo Ghana memoir. Afi you share here and someone abeto yepno so. Inti a year sansemi ababe to inti sansemi.
Because what has gone on, so total charade. Total charade. It's a slap in the face of the law. It's a slap in the face of the law such that when you have a matter you proceed to court, forget it. That's what they are telling us. That they will use executive power to achieve whatever they want. But I want to tell them, they may be in government, but they are no longer in power. Because the power has left them.
But 7th January is 2 weeks
Please,
away.
they are in government, but they are no longer in power.
Well, then what does that mean?
The power is now in transition onto us. And when we get the power, we'll show them where power lies.
You are threatening them.
I have to threaten.
Why?
Because threat is part of politics. That is what Afenyo did. So the court ordered that recollation be done, which the court had the power to do. The court could even annul the results and even order for a rerun or any other consequential order. Now, my party is in court. We are actually in the Supreme Court, praying for stay of execution of the order given by the court yesterday. The police had been served. The Electoral Commission has also been served. But I am scandalized to see the police continue to offer protection to the Electoral Commission. I am further scandalized to see the Electoral Commission continue to do or undertake an exercise for which a stay has been filed at the Supreme Court. Any serious lawyer knows that where a stay has been filed for 7 days, it operates as an injunction for 7 days. I mean, as a people, our courts are a court of record. We operate with rules and procedures and conventions. Now, what I am further saddened about is that you have electoral commission officers in electoral commission apparel, but who are so biased against the NDC.
How do you mean?
This is what I mean. You have a certain electoral commission officer called Ofosuhini, who is the Metro Director in Tama. You have petitioned your office that for ABCD reasons, collation that you yourself superintended twice. The original collation was to have taken place in the Chemu Secondary School Assembly Hall. For some reasons, for your own nefarious activities, people reacted and the processes were truncated. The police had to throw in a tear gas to disperse the people.
I see.
Then you directed that we should now, with the support of the police, or with the consent of the police, you directed now that the collation should restart or continue at the Tema Police headquarters, which is close to the airport. On Monday the 9th, we went to assemble. He will not allow his returning officer, Mr. Brobe, to superintend the process. Mr. Brobe, according to CI 127, is the officer who is mandated in law to superintend the collation and declare. He will completely sidestep him, all right, and took over the process. His conduct, again, is on video. I had to resist him nearly every step of the way. Eventually, he refused to declare the results for nearly 3 hours. In his own petition, upon some duress, he directed his colleague to declare. All that became a subject of a certain court order.
Okay.
Now, we got to the Regional Collation Center in Accra today. And the man says that, as for him, he won't do recollation. He wants to continue from where he left off the last time. So I asked him, are you doing this according to your whims and caprices? Because this exercise is in pursuance of a court order and directed at the EC. So if we are all gathered in here because of this, then the appropriate thing to do pursuant to the court order is to do the retabulation afresh. He won't hear any of it. And he's taken such an interim position supported by the NPP. So we made the point that if these were the issues, then will not be part of such an illegality.
Where was the returning officer?
Then again, that's my next point. The returning officer, Mr. Brobe, came this morning, and Mr. Fosuhini will not allow him to superintend the exercise. I had to demand. Even then, he rejected my request that he would superintend, that Fosuhini was his junior officer. But I said that Mr. Brobe was his junior officer. I said he may be your junior officer. But where we are, in pursuance of CI 127, it's Mr. Brobe who is mandated to do the collation and declare the results. In any case, you yourself, you wrote to your superiors, your principals in Accra, that the person who made the declaration in favor of Honorable Bright was not the appropriate officer. So I cannot sit today to allow another inappropriate officer to superintend the process. He was all over the place. So we had to address the media and we left.
Right.
So we are scandalized to hear that they have actually gone ahead to do this declaration and declared Charles Forson for Tema Central. I don't have the authority of my party, but let me say this on my own authority, that this fight is not over. I can assure them. Look, the Electoral Commission has exhibited clearly that it's become a law unto itself. They neither respect court processes nor respect the terms of orders from a court of law. So this matter has become a political problem, and we shall solve it politically.
What does that mean?
What does that mean? On the 7th of January, I'll give you the answer.
I see. Let's take a few steps back, right? When you say that Ofosuhene had reported that there was some form of duress during the declaration, was the nature of duress described?
You should ask him, because you see, the presence under which the Tema Regional Police Command collation was done, in fact, it's more amiable, more serene than what we experience today. Today, you have to go through about 3-4 police barricades to enter the premises of the Electoral Commission. Is that not duress? So my client should also cite the heavy presence of the police as duress. When you enter the premises, police are posted everywhere. In the hall where the collation took place, there were over 30 policemen dotted on the corridor and in the hallways. Even the media were driven out. After I addressed the media, Mr. Shribwa came to drive the media out. How could you be doing such a process in the absence of the media?
I think subsequently they were let in.
Thank you very much. But what would have informed a director of electoral services to drive away the media? Because the media is there to ensure transparency and accountability, in fact, proper accountability. This Tema Central seat that has been declared, my dear, the principle that empowers, or the law that empowers the Electoral Commission to reject ballots, when you go and cast your vote ought not to be rejected, isn't it? But there's the law that says that if you don't thumbprint properly in the spaces provided against the name of the contestant, then your ballot will be rejected. Now they argue that we cannot reject a pink sheet, but I'm saying that pink sheet, an invalid pink sheet, can be rejected. And
I want us to look at that a little later. But Alfred, what's happening now?
Yes, so let's go back to the Regional Coalition Center for the Electoral Commission. Alexander Afenyo Markins is addressing the press right now.
The court has ruled and the constitutional body is doing its work. Let's not overstretch the pillars of democracy through our unlawful conduct. Let all of us conduct ourselves peacefully. For me, Dr. Bawumia has set a positive pace for all of us, the political class. The first time in the history of Ghana's elections that a presidential candidate has conceded long before the official declaration. We've never seen this in our history. So for me, that is one thing that we should all emulate. All these things about leading mob to attack vigilantes, attacking collation centers, insulting people and all that, it won't help us as a country. Sometimes, depending on how it goes, somebody will be happy with it. But you know, with time, it may catch up with you yourself who is benefiting from it today. So I would want to urge my colleagues in the NDC. We are all one family. We are a family. In Parliament, we don't fight. We all debate on issues. When we finish, we go and sit at the coffee area, eat together. Sometimes I wish the cameras would come and capture us there, where we buy food for one another, we eat together. We don't even find out whose food it is. Perhaps Ghanaians don't know that as a political class we are one. But at the same time, we should not create a certain impression to our followers that would lead them to be lawless. So let us all accept the process, encourage the electoral body to do its work, so that at the end of the day, democracy will win. Okay. There are times that we are not happy with certain decisions in Parliament, but that is democracy. Mr. Speaker makes determination. You would have to accept. If you disagree, you express it and you move on. So I would congratulate all my 7 colleagues who have won and wish them well. We are going to meet in Parliament. We are now in opposition. We had 82 seats previously declared officially. These 7 adding to make us 89. We have Domi Kwabena pending. We have Ablikuma not pending. We are hoping that the processes will be followed so that we know the final outcome and then we can count our numbers. If the 2 go for us, hallelujah, it brings us to 91. If we don't get the 2, we know we have 89. We'll move on. After all, in the 1996 elections, NPP had 61 seats only from the 200-member chamber. And that 1997 group, as determined as they were, as formidable as they were able to win us power in 2000. So for me, as a leader of government and business, leading my troops, I'm not perturbed at all with this defeat. It's a moment for us to reflect. Politics, there are bad times and there are good times. Today you win, tomorrow you lose. Tomorrow you lose, the next day you win. So we accept it, go into introspection, introspect, look at areas that we went wrong. The party itself will take a decision. National Council, I'm sure, will commission a body to investigate the causes of our loss. When the report comes, I'm sure the recommendations will be implemented and we'll take it out from there. After all, the NDC lost in 2000. The first time of losing power, they didn't give up. They regrouped, they reorganized, to the extent that Mr. E.T. Mensa, of blessed memory, came all the way, walked to the NPP headquarters at Kokomemle and asked for a copy of our constitution and used that as a model to enact a new NDC constitution. What a beauty of democracy. Through that reforms, you remember NDC those days, they had a co-chair. They didn't have a national chairman. And they did reforms. By 2004, they came in strongly. They were able to even reclaim some of the seats we are taking from them in 2000. For instance, Ashama's seat was ours. Was theirs, we took it. They took it back. Dadi Kotopon, they took that seat back. And some other seats. Fast forward, 2008, they were able to now win back power. And President President Mills of blessed memory took power. Then we also went into opposition 2012, it was give and take. We landed in court. Eventually, the court ruled, and we learnt our lessons. That was when this issue of pink sheet came to the fore, that we must pay attention to the pink sheet. Through that, the outcome of the court proceedings and the judgment the court delivered, we read the court judgment, learnt our lessons, and in 2016, the rule of the game was protect the pink sheet. Through that, we won 169 seats in parliament and won massively for President Akufo Addo, almost 1 million votes, which was also very unprecedented. Because if you compare what President Akufo Addo had to what President Mahama had in 2012, President Mahama had won with barely 300,000 votes. And we winning with almost 1 million votes was very monumental, very huge. It had never happened before. But fast forward, by 2020, we slipped. We lost a lot of our seats, and it became 137, 137. It was only a single seat, the Formina seat, that gave us a single majority. Come 2024, we've been dealt with. We've seen our smoothness level.
You agree with that?
Of course, the reality must be accepted. That is when you can make reforms. If you don't bring a closure to a situation, you will continue to be in depression perpetually. In every situation, accept.
Okay, sir.
And after accepting it, you can then move on and make changes. Therefore, I believe that with our current status in Parliament going into 2025, we would be very formidable, will be determined, act collective, and ensure that all the mistakes are corrected, rebrand our party, and make it attractive and give hope to Ghanaians. We know we did so well. However, the people of Ghana have marked the script and they say, go home. We will do that, and I'm sure that come 2028, we'll make it. But
we've had some party members saying that.
Alexander Afenyo Markins, majority leader in this 8th parliament, there with the media. Well, so Kemeni, there you have it. He does some mathematics, right? That is, if the declarations today, we understand the NDC is going to challenge it. And because of the state of execution already applied for or in motion. He says 89 for them. Initially 82, they're adding the 7 seats declared for the NPP today. 89, that effectively then will reduce the NDC's margins to 183 as against NPP's 89 with the 4 independent candidates as well. Awaiting the declarations of Dom Kwabena and Ablekuma North. Yeah.
I see. Let's take the events we've just seen to our guest here in the studio. Honorable, I'll start with you. You heard the majority leader and how he responded to the 7 declarations made for them.
I heard him. I heard some fabrications. E.T. Mensa is not alive today. So who told him that E.T. Mensa walked to NPP office to collect their constitution? We as an NDC were established before the NPP. So some of these lies, Afenyo should stop this conduct. Fabricating stories to spice his press conferences. He should stop. Today he's telling us that we should take the defeat in good faith and go and cool down. When he lost, did he cool down? He went to bring Fantiakwa North from Eastern region to Tesano and got it declared for him with a police motorcade. Today he has maneuvered and got 7 out of 7.
Oh, but they were redeclaration.
Please.
Okay.
When the matter is in court, don't you respect the court process? Today, Afenyo is granting a press conference, giving praises to an outcome of exercises that are subject before the Supreme Court. And he's telling me, that I should take it in good faith. And that we are brothers. We are not brothers, Afenyo. We are not. We are playing politics with everything. And we shall play politics with you. And I want to tell him that, you see, when he favors the NDC, the NPP, they are all smiles. When he doesn't favor them, they concoct all manner of tactics to get the matter reversed. In fact, the Electoral Commission, the one Samuel Tete had some days ago, and then the one Mensa had about 3 days ago, they should have told us plainly that, look, as a commission, we have decided that we'll reverse all the declarations in favor of the NPP. Then we would have known. Because what has gone on, so total charade. Total charade. It's a slap in the face of the law. It's a slap in the face of the law such that when you have a matter you proceed to court, forget it. That's what they are telling us. That they will use executive power to achieve whatever they want. But I want to tell them, they may be in government, but they are no longer in power. Because the power has left them.
But 7th January is 2 weeks
Please,
away.
they are in government, but they are no longer in power.
Well, then what does that mean?
The power is now in transition onto us. And when we get the power, we'll show them where power lies.
You are threatening them.
I have to threaten.
Why?
Because threat is part of politics. That is what Afenyo did. Afenyo got Damungo, they got Damungo declared in a very chaotic manner. The Electoral Commission has accepted it. They got Karaga declared in a very chaotic manner. Electoral Commission has accepted it as regular. They declared Tolong in a very chaotic manner. Electoral Commission has accepted it. They declared Pandai. I'll send you the Pandai video. Very terrible. Electoral Commission has accepted it. They want to bring Fantiakwa North from Eastern Region to Tesano, got it declared. Electoral Commission says that is regular. Declaration made by a different officer. Electoral Commission says is regular. But all the other declarations made so that favor the NDC today, they have all been overturned. So the Electoral Commission itself has become a referee in this matter. It's no longer a referee in this matter. It's become a participant.
A player in this issue.
And a player. And is supporting one side against us. We will, by all means, as a trained lawyer, will deal with the court processes. But me, as the NDC elected member of parliament, I will advise my people that this matter is no longer a matter for judicial review or judicial resolution.
So the courts can solve it.
It's a political matter. And we have to solve it politically.
I think that on the vast issue of Ora, H.E. John Dramani Mahama has made the firm. The H.E. John Dramani Mahama has made a firm commitment to the people of this country that he was going to fight corruption head on. The John Mahama that I know, who could put his appointees as president to the tests, the corruption tests, to the point that his own appointee was put through criminal trial on the JIDA matters. I recall vividly the pressure to stop that prosecution. He said, no. This is a man who ordinarily was my colleague MP. But the wrongdoing must be investigated. Look, it was under H.E. John Dramani Mahama that the directors of National Service and Co. were put before our courts and charged with criminal trial. We started ORA many years ago. So when H.E. John Dramani Mahama did that, they started refunding some of the monies. And so when the commitment was made that we're going to retrieve loots, the appointments of the Transition Subcommittee on ORA to provide the preparatory works, my friends in the NPP should not be jittery. They should stay calm. Please be calm. You understand? Just be calm. I have always maintained that a day of accountability is coming. Just stand in readiness. so that when the day of accountability comes, you'll be prepared to answer it. It's a social contract we have with the people of this country, and we are going to see to its logical conclusion.
Okay.
Another important point, my brother Vincent makes the point, Honorable, makes the point that the the subcommittee is bound to fail. Why? Are you afraid? If you are not afraid, you should be praying that it succeeds. Because look, when
he said he's going to support you,
okay.
He's not
when I went to his constituency during the campaign. Yes. And the road network and others, I wish they are improved. If you look at monies and where our monies are going through, and what we can do with those monies, all of us should support.
Then you are not in my constituency.
All of us to support. Oh, calm down. All of us to support.
No, but in fact, let me just say this. That as for the constituency, this Otafo, I was there 3 weeks before the election because we're doing some community engagement for our community debates. There's some good roads there.
Yes. No, it's not. No. I mean, you can see that there has been some some new asphaltings and others. Yes. But look, that road.
So where did you pass?
They went beyond.
He knows.
That is Kwabre.
I have been. Why you move on that road to the very end.
So that's a Kwabre.
In fact, I'm shocked that road has not even been dualized, because I do not know anywhere in Kumasi that traffic situations can be as horrible as his place. If you know that very well, but that's just beside the point. Look, if you look at 2016, NPP, you should be in fact, you should be happy. You should be thanking your God. I remember 2016 around this time. By January, key appointees of John Mahama, maybe for some good reason. In fact, some were made to sleep at police stations, counterback. Because I was cancelled for some of them. You have not seen anything yet, Joe. Relax, cry. Look, notable appointees. In fact, my own boss, who was the deputy AG then, he woke up one morning by 5 a.m. Armed men had surrounded his house.
You mean Dominic Ayini?
Yes. What was his offense? He wrote legal opinion. You went to the point of even criminalizing legal opinions. Relax. You have no idea what is coming. Stay calm. If we use the Akufo Addo standard, most of you will be in prison. If we use the Akufo Addo standard that he used from 2017 to date, you can't survive this country. Do you know what people have gone through and they are quiet? Look, you wake up one morning, John Jinapo is at home. Armed men with his children, the wife. Armed men storm. Fully armed with AK-47. You wake up one morning, the Honorable Kwabena Agyapong is at home. Armed men storm his house. And you are talking about something that is bound to fail. Relax and watch. Look, like H.E. John Dramani Mahama said,
round up for me.
This is a legacy mandate. I have no doubt in the capacity of my learned senior Martin Kwebu. I have no doubt at all. I also do not have any doubt of what Yaw Domelevo can do. Do you know that from the time Akufo Addo unconstitutionally removed Yaw Domelevo, there had never been any surcharge or disallowance of the findings of the Auditor General? Now, can you explain to me how in God's name an Auditor General will say that of his findings on his audit of COVID-19, the use of COVID-19 funds, 500 million Ghana cedis was spent outside gift miss, and no action was taken from that time to date? And you think we are going to allow this to go? No, nobody is going to do that. The Ghanaian people are watching, and I can assure you, if your fear is anything, due process will be complied with.
Well, but I asked that specific question. Mr. Sefoa says they are not afraid. At least he said he is not. He said they are not afraid. They support you. Is that not what you said, Mr.
But yes, but the right procedure will have to be used.
You see. So far, what has been done?
Okudato was here.
Wait, calm down.
Gift your warrior and others.
No, calm down.
No, basis of allegation.
No. Has this case gone to court?
You see.
He went to court, he failed.
Oh, no.
Okay. Maybe the clarification here is that they went to court to seek an injunction to restrain the publication of Fourth Estate report. Wait.
And then they went
I'm coming. It was an interim order. And that order has now been set aside. And now the people have published the report.
And the case discontinued.
I have seen a rejoinder or something coming from NSS trying to put up an explanation. The point the Honorable Okudeto Ablakwa is making is that they have received dossier from the Fourth Estate and that they will take up the investigation. It is without, but the quantum, the amount involved is staggering. Admitted, it's staggering. So at the end of the day, everybody that should be given due process, the benefit of due process, will have the benefit of due process. So I am saying that, again, the statement from the Transition Committee captures it beautifully. It says, preparatory works toward the full rollout of the campaign promise of ORA, A, B, C, D individuals have been put together.
Okay.
Nathan Kofi Boakye, very respected police officer, without doubt. The Honorable and Daniel Yao Domelevo, like I pointed out, the master of surcharge and disallowance, until he ran into issues with Nana Yao Safumafo and the entire government came after him.
Okay.
Raymond Archer, you wait. I am aware of things that are there. I mean, if you have a situation where an appointee of Akufo Addo, within 28 months, he had almost 68 million Ghana cedis passing through his account. How are you going to explain this?
Okay.
Look, you have no idea what is coming. You calm down. Don't wish the committee to fail. Right. Pray it succeeds and recover the loot. I don't want to believe that you have any this thing. Let those who have begin to think about how they can, as it were, refund monies to the Republic.
Okay.
People need money to resolve the problem. And I trust the competence, the judgment of these 5 people that President John Dramani Mahama has put together to do this oral work.
Okay,
my understanding is that eventually the issues about, and I read your Facebook post where you went out there to say that this was already unconstitutional. I said, my brother, I realized this is preparatory work. You see the legal framework.
He's made that point, and then that's why I come
you see the legal framework within which they are going to operate, and that will calm your nerves. That will calm your nerves.
No, but he don't have some important questions, right, about the legal framework.
Oh, no, that is what I'm saying, that as we even speak, what is H.E. John Dramani Mahama's mandate? The mandate will come to him on the 7th of January. Yes. Once that mandate comes, that mandate allows him to appoint anybody to perform any task that he deems fit under our constitutional.
Senior, can I ask one simple question?
And that legal framework, go ahead.
My question is that, within our laws, it is part of the mandate of AG, Yoko, CID.
No. Then you are getting it wrong.
I've not done. It is part of the mandate of Yoko, AG, CID, the special prosecutor, to receive complaints, or if you like, any acts or inactions or suspicion as far as documents are concerned with respect to any corruption-related matters. That is within these mandates of these state institutions. So for me, I am saying that when we do these things overtly, we seem to be usurping the powers of the state institutions.
That's overtly. A premature proposition.
Overtly.
That is why I'm saying that this one, the letter appointing the 5-member whatever is clear. It's a speaking release. It says that as part of preparatory works, A, B, C, D individuals have been put together for the purpose of making Ora. So as part of their work, maybe just to receive those information, process it, categorize it. Once the legal backing is given, they start work. This should tell you a government that is going to prioritize the issues that borders on Ora, possibly better than prioritizing the building of a cathedral. Okay. When the president says that my priority of priorities is to build a cathedral, somebody's priority of priority is to deal with the issue.
I'll give the last word to the member of the committee, because Mr. Zwa, you asked some german questions.
Yeah, but what I wanted to add is that, please,
yes,
please.
Quick.
What I wanted to add is that let no one create an impression that I am not, as it were, supporting any acts of any government or any person to fight corruption. No, I support every act, every strategy, every procedure within the confinement of the law. Emphasis mine. Within the confinement of the law, without necessarily denting images and reputations of people unduly. Okay. That is all that I'm saying. So let's be circumspect with how we go about this process. Let's be very careful so that we don't use it as a way of witch hunting people. Because you see, I saw a publication from Raymond Atta, he's part of the committee, right? Somewhere in 2023, as it were, signaling to Magdan that pray that the NPP will not come to power. Sorry, the NDC will not come to power. Pray that the NPP will stay in power forever. This is the person who is now part of the committee. So there are tendencies.
I get. You see, there's a famous saying in account. You see, those who cut hairs always fear to sleep supinely. Exactly. So it's because you see, you are afraid that possibly what you did, and that should be. I have not done anything. Not you. No, I'm saying that it's a lesson to you, me, Senior Martin, and everybody. That in this life, whatever you do, there are consequences to it.
Absolutely.
And so if you would decide that because you are politically connected, you go and destroy somebody's business. Raymond Atta, with the work that he's doing, is not permitted, quote unquote, to witch hunt. But if there are witches, you hang them procedurally.
Now,
procedurally, and that I am in agreement with you. Due process.
Yo, waiting for winning and someone abeto yepuno so because I say when you subscribe to channel idea, but money I say over subscribe. So I had here latest and hot news and kwa enamide bravo. I feel we are now like video. Give us a thumbs up. Now fi share ma or for so now when you be here now who and someone I also Ghana memoir. Also betimi otchere wadwen afaye and some way nyira ho ewo comment box mu ubati minkabium in my next video.
Thanks for watching. Like and share the video. You can also drop your comment. Please don't forget to subscribe. Click on the bell to turn on the notification.